Being homeless, it's not really as bad as everybody thinks. If you see a homeless person or a person holding up a sign saying, I need food, I need money, I'm out of work, please give me money, that's not a homeless person. A homeless person knows where all the food is, the homeless person knows where everything is. And we're making day by day, but it's real hard to try to do it because the city is against us, and it's you don't you can't leave your items around. Like when I was under the bridge 3 years ago, I decided to go to college, and I got my college money, and I stayed at the hotel for 3 weeks out of the month because I was getting monthly checks. But if I had money, I would be able to satisfy. And when if you're doing drugs, you can't really work because you can't be dependable.
So it just knocks you off balance if you do drugs.
Right.
How so?
No, because you go where the drugs is, and you blow off your job, and you blow off your job too many times, you lose it, and then you're back out on the street.
Okay.
And it's nobody's fault but your own.
So are there any like places that you think that are helpful, or some that are not? What do you think that they can improve on as far as assistance out here?
Now, like the Maria House, I think personally that's a good house. I don't know if anybody knows it. It's across from the St. Mary's Church, but their hours are 10 to 2. Most of the time most of the time 5 days a week, and close on Sundays and Saturdays. But if they had about 7 of them houses around so people could get off the street and go in, because there's no drugs and alcohol allowed, but you can take a bath, you can eat, you can watch TV, you can do your laundry, you can use the phone, you can use the computer, and you can sleep for 4 hours. If they had a whole bunch of places like that, 7 houses spread around, people could go there at 2 o'clock in the morning and 5 o'clock in the morning and be able to not be on the street. Because the street is a real bad place to really be.
How bad is it on the street?
It, if you know a lot of people like I do, it's not bad. But if you don't know a lot of people, people will take advantage of you. People will take you in an alley, shoot you, or take your money. It don't matter if you got any money or not. They take everything you got.
Okay. So, I know you were talking about how the other shelters. What about the rescue mission? Because they're known to be helpful to men and women, right?
Yes, but no. You got to go by the rules, and the rules are pretty rough. If you're gonna stay there, you got to go by the rules. But that ain't how it should be. We're adults, grown men. Why should you have the lights turn off at 10 o'clock at nighttime? Why do you always have to have your cell phones taken away if it rings? They take it away for the whole night. I mean, we're not kids, and it's mandatory to go to religious classes. You got to go to church every night, and that's, in my opinion, that's forced religion. I don't, it says in the Constitution you don't have to be, but if you're staying there, you got to go by the rules, and that ain't how it should be.
So, do they help you with other resources?
Only if you're willing to do the work. You got to do. They said it's kind of lead you the way. They tell you go here or there. They don't really do much. But in my opinion, if it's a non-profit corporation, why does the whole board members, and there's 11 of them, all make over $125,000? That's $1 million a year on paychecks. I was brought up a non-profit agency is zero for pay for anybody. And I don't think that's where all the money's going. It ain't going to the needy.
So what about the Shepherd's House? Have you tried
Now,
that?
I don't know nothing about that because I'm not a veteran.
Oh, so only veterans can go there?
Right.
So what about the other one, the veterans That's for veterans too.
Yeah.
So if you are a male, do you have any other options other than?
There's halfway houses, but you normally have to work. You gotta pay them a fee. You gotta pay rent.
Okay.
It ain't like you can go there and you gotta do duties. You gotta do this, but you gotta pay rent.
Oh.
And
And that's kind of hard if you can't balance.
If you're in prison, all these halfway houses are opening up that says you can go there, but you gotta have money to go in there. You gotta have a monthly. It's just like an apartment.
Okay. So are there chores or anything to do in those halfway houses?
Pardon me?
Are those chores? Do you have to do chores?
Yes,
or anything?
there's certain stuff you got to do, but it's not like the mission. But you're paying your rent, like the Salvation Army. This one woman that I know that her cousin was staying there for a while. They already basically see, it's all bad that people don't know about it. They take your food stamp card. If you don't have a food stamp card, they don't really let you stay there. You got to have a food stamp card, and then they take your food stamp card, and you get $200 a month on your food stamp card. Okay, that buys the food for all the people that stay in at the Salvation Army.
So the Salvation Army takes your food stamp card while
Yeah.
you live with them,
Right,
and they pay for everyone's food all at once.
right.
So you don't get to pick what you
You
want.
don't, right. But let's say if there's 20 people staying at which they normally got 50, but if there's 20 people staying at the Salvation Army times 200, that's $4,000 a month on food. That's a hell of a lot of food.
And do you ever get your card back when you leave?
When you leave, you don't get nothing.
So they spend the balance
They
while you're
spend-
there.
Yes, and they give you $20 a month. And I think that's wrong. I think that's against the law.
How long can you stay at these places? How long can you stay at the Salvation Army?
You can stay there. They got programs you got to belong to, but most of the time it's a 4 to 7 month program.
Okay. So what about the rescue mission?
They have programs that you got to be accepted in. And one time I tried to get in one of them because I was trying to get off of drugs. I was trying to be good. And it makes you go back to doing drugs. They told me that I had a bad habit, and I would have to be under house arrest, which I wasn't on parole and I wasn't on probation. I would have to be on house arrest for a month, which is technically doing all chores at the mission. You're like a slave. You don't get paid. So I would be there for a month. I had to wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning, and I got to do all these work, clean, mop, blah, 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 all that. And then after a month, the guy that's in charge, his name was Tony, told me I would have to have a person from the other program follow me around and mark down every address I went to. And I told him to go to hell, because I'm not a prisoner. I mean, that's dictating my life. And I don't think any program should be like that.
Okay. So if you were able to design a program for yourself, what would you think the main issues that you would attack first?
I would need money. I'm trying to get my Social Security. I'm 60 now, and I will have money. Like I said before, if I had money, I can stay at a hotel. I can function a little bit, but I think I need somebody to be like not a Wayne trustee type of a trustee. I need somebody to be able to give me my money, but pay my rent for me.
So you would need someone like a more intricate case manager.
Yeah.
That wouldn't treat you like that would give you a little bit more lenient room.
Yes, I could pay my rent and give me a couple $100 if I need it. Not, if I'm doing drugs, I'm doing drugs. So who cares? It's my money. But I like the Wayne Township. They ration their money out, and some people I know can only get $15 on Tuesday and $20 on Thursday. And
So the Wayne Township takes their checks?
they hold it. They won't give it to them. And I think that's wrong. Park Center does the same thing. They dictate their lives. I can understand they're trying to keep their money for them and do right, but I think $40 or $50 on Tuesday and $40 and $50 on Thursday is good out of a $600 check. I mean, we're not living in poverty. I mean, they got money and they're making them people suffer. And I don't understand.